Morning, John. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Let's jump into our deep stretching class. I want to show you a breath that we're going to do throughout the entire thing. We're going to inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale through the mouth with a sigh. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Let's come to standing. Remember that breath. We're going to tap into it throughout our entire practice. We're going to begin warming up with some moon squats. Feet are underneath the hips. Toes can be slightly turned out. We're going to inhale all the way up. Exhale. Send the hips back, bending through the knees. Cross the arms, tighten the fists, and melt here. Inhale all the way up. Reach for that sky. Exhale. Send your hips back. Bend your knees. Keep the weight in the heels. Good. And one more. Inhale all the way up. We do this to warm up all of the muscles into our body. Sit it down. Perfect. Drop the hands down. Drop the head. Relax into this. Very nice. We're going to inhale coming on up. All the way, hands to the sky. We're going to come into ragdoll. So keeping those feet underneath the hips. Sending the hips back. Generous bend to the knees. Allow the upper body to drape over the lower body. Your ribs are attached to your thighs. Opposite hand reaches for opposite elbow, allowing that upper body to just wet noodle right over the lower body. You can utilize your blocks if you'd like. Leaning into this a little bit more. Keep the hips heavy. Allow your body to just become a wet noodle. That's our first principle in deep stretching, wet noodle, allowing all of the muscles to release and relax. Our second principle is finding that breath that we just did. So inhaling for 4 through the nose, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, sighing it out through the mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We breathe like that to tap into our parasympathetic nervous system, to rest and relax, letting our nervous system know that although we are uncomfortable, we are perfectly safe. Are your hamstrings letting you know you're alive yet? I know. Breathe into it. Full breaths. You're doing great. You're almost there. The third principle is our time under passive tension. So in keeping track of this time, it helps to let our muscles let go and relax. It taps into the nervous system. It helps us keep track so we can meet, match, exceed the times so we can keep track. It's an accurate measurement of how we're progressing throughout this. Keep breathing. You're almost there, I promise. Relaxing as much as you can into it. One more inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice. Inhale, and we'll roll all the way back up. Reaching for that sky. And we're going to come in for a squat. So exhale, bringing those hips back, sit back, 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 back. Good. You could always scoot a block right underneath your bum if you need to. We're just going to release here into a passive squat, holding our time underneath our tension. Remembering your breath, keeping the weight heavy in those hips. Your feet are nice and flat on the floor. It's excellent. We always want to find that 7 out of 10 intensity, meaning that it's intense enough that we're feeling it, but not so intense that we can't hold a conversation. If you're recovering from an injury or just getting back into something, you could always hold a 5 out of 10 intensity. Allowing that body to just be a wet noodle. Following those longer exhales. Breathing into it. We have more than 20 different muscles throughout our hips. Sitting all day long at school keeps things nice and tight. We do not want that. We want to have them nice and loose. We have a well-balanced body. So these different stretches help us to get into the hips and the hamstrings mostly for us today. Of course, you'll feel it in other parts of the body as well. Working into these legs and these hips will help you out with your horseback riding. Full breaths. Allowing your body to be that wet noodle. Melting into it a little deeper with each exhale. You're almost there. You're doing great. We'll take one more breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and a nice long exhale for 8. Excellent. We'll come down to our hands and knees, bringing the hands underneath your hip, underneath your shoulders, bringing the knees underneath your hips. We're going to bring the toes to touch and rock in and out of child's pose. We'll go for 1, back up, 2, back up. I know you want to stay there, but we're not ready yet. Last one. Excellent. Coming back up. And we're going to bring the knees wider than the mat for frog pose. Keeping the fingers spread wide, protecting the wrists. You always have the option to put them onto blocks if you wanted to. Finding that wet noodle, relaxing all of the muscles into the frog pose, feeling those inner thighs. Breathing into it. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping with that breath, allowing everything to just be nice and relaxed. Keeping those hips back, keeping that 7 out of 10 intensity. Following that breath, not listening to the stories in the mind when they're like, no, get out of here. We don't have to run from any T-Rex like in the prehistoric days. Our nervous system is designed to guard us, to keep us alive, right? Even though it may feel like dying right about now, I promise you we will not die. Keep breathing. Noticing if it gets a little bit deeper on each exhale. You're almost there. We'll go for that last breath, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Gently walking those legs back in. We'll come to seated. The legs out long in front of us. Shaking out those legs, rolling through the wrists in both directions. Loosen them up a little bit. That left leg is long. The right foot comes in close to your body for a nice side stretch. You can take the blocks, putting it under either knee to help you out. Nice big breath all the way in. And as we exhale, melting over that long leg. Remembering it's never how it looks. So even if we're here with it, perfect. If you're feeling that stretch in the hamstring, beautiful. Listening to your body, breathing into this. And you notice with each of these stretches, you're going to feel it in a different spot. Maybe you're feeling it closer to the knee, or maybe you're feeling it closer to the bum. Notice where you feel those hamstrings. You could even poke around a little bit back there with your fingers. Notice where it's tight. Breathe into them. Also noticing what other body parts might feel a stretch here. Maybe through your side or your lower back. Getting into that QL muscle. Connects your upper body to your lower body. Breathe into it. We're also going to take note of how it feels on this side. And then when we move to the other side in just a couple of minutes, noticing what feels different. It's always interesting to see how each side feels differently. And on any given day, what feels good today may not feel good tomorrow. And that's okay too. Keep breathing, you're almost there. One more breath, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Long exhale through the mouth, sigh it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale, coming back up. Your right foot plants to the ground. Your left hand plants behind you to the ground. We're going to lift up, pressing the hips up. Good. Bringing it back down. And we're going to switch sides. So your right leg is long. Your left foot comes in close to your body, knowing you have the blocks there to support either or both knees if you'd like. A nice big breath all the way in. And exhale, melting over. Entire body turns into a wet noodle. Breathing into this side, noticing if it feels different from the other side. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know for me, when I have that long exhale and squeezing those belly muscles in to get all of that air out, it allows me to melt a little bit further. Connect to the sensations in the body. Where are you feeling this? Take note this time and next time. Keeping that time under tension, you're almost there. Breathing deeply, keeping that 7 out of 10 intensity. Following that breath, allowing that nervous system to release. Noticing if you're clenching anywhere, are you clenching your butt cheeks, or you're clenching your jaw, clenching your eyebrows? No clenching. Wet noodle the whole body. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Let's inhale, coming back up. Left foot plants to the earth, right foot plants behind you. Bring those hips up, press through the foot, reach, reach, reach. And bring it back down. Just a nice little reset pose. Shake them out. We're going to bring the feet in. Soles of your feet touch together, coming in close to your body, about 3 or 4 fists away with this. We're going to come back in. So if you'd like, you can bring these blocks right underneath the knees to support if it's needed. Breathing in and exhale, melting over this. Palms face up so we're not gripping anywhere. Allow that upper body to just release over the lower body. Breathing into those hips. Energetically speaking, our hips tend to store stresses. These stretches help to release all of that, releasing any tension. So envision just letting all of that go with every exhale. Melting deeper into your stretch. Breathing into those hips. Nourishing all 20 plus muscles throughout the hips. It's a lot of muscles, if you think about it. Pretty cool. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Continuing with that breath. Noticing how your lungs expand across your back with every inhale. Notice the belly muscles with each exhale. You're almost there. Doing great. Last breath, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 8, 7, melt into it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on up. Hug those legs in, stretch them out nice and long. You can come to lie all the way down. One hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. We're going to come into a regulating breath for 4. So inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking a couple of nice breaths like that to help to regulate the nervous system, integrate everything that we just did this morning. You can hug those knees in, rolling to your side, meeting meet and seated, please. How do you feel? Good. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.